whatever, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Great job, Hunter.
Oh, I forgot. Tungate needed to send me an email because I don't know how to put stuff on my own schedule. that's his excuse, right?
Like,
Oh,
wait a
well,
minute.
it went to my spam. So what? Put it on your
Are
own
you
schedule.
a small business owner?
All right. Are we alive up here yet?
Yeah, we're live, bud.
I don't see it. What's going on here?
You gotta look.
There it is. Craig Williams. Hope that's the right one.
Some random Craig Williams like, who the hell's this?
I've
He's
done
just getting
that.
a bunch of work out of
Yeah,
it.
who's who's put me on Facebook? Who's messaging me about me on social media?
Old people.
It's hilarious. Live in 5.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope this is right, Craig Williams. I keep tagging.
Let's see. I got notifications.
I just posted it, so. Are we live?
We are now.
Are we live?
We are now.
We're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Make Your Move podcast. Little change of plans today. We got a new guest in here, somebody that me and Richie have not met yet, little associate of Tunggates, Craig Williams.
Thanks for having me.
With
fellas.
homegrown
Customs.
custom home.
Homegrown custom homes.
Customs.
Yeah, so homegrown customs.
Homegrown customs.
Thank you. So I got on your page last night just to do a little research about you. And the first thing I seen was, man, this badass custom home. So you guys build that from the ground up or what?
Yeah, we're a ground up builder. We work with an architect and designer as needed to get drawings. Most people nowadays, they call when they want to know if I got a set of drawings they can use. Hey, do you build the same 4 or 5 houses? Can I use that? And I don't, right? So custom, you're gonna go work with an architect and design your own house to a T.
Custom.
Yeah.
And they bring that to you?
Yeah, I've got a couple architects that I'll use pretty much monthly, and I'll just send my clients to them. They can pay them directly, and then kind of how architects operate, like they'll get you prelims, and then if you want to change things, you're just paying them per hour to basically change the drawings and make your house how you want it. So I'll leave it up to the homeowners to kind of get their drawings, and then that's kind of the big thing. Everybody calls and wants a price on a house, right? Well, I want to build 2,400 square foot brick ranch. How much? Dude,
Yeah.
you're swinging, I mean, it could be $100,000 difference depending on your level of finish on your kitchen.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I always tell them, I'm like, man, there's usually a price per square foot. That's a ballpark for me. But I need drawings. That's the Bible in construction, right? That's where I can get my lumber bids, my mechanical bids, roofing, take everything, right? You'll have linear footage, square footages. So that's a big part of it, right? Working with an architect to get drawings. And we use them a lot too, just not on new builds. Like we do a lot of remodels. We've been doing a lot of full houses. Usually you're reworking like load-bearing walls, creating new egress paths. Everybody likes to take their window and it's bricked outside and they want to cut it open for a French door and put a deck on the back, right?
Yeah.
You got to get an engineer and architect involved on that too, right? They got to tell you how to distribute the load. The architect's going to tell you what's load-bearing, what not, all that good stuff.
Cool.
So there's a lot of back-end stuff that goes into it.
That always seemed, I've been in the construction for a while, and that always seems way over my head. I can't read drawings worth of shit.
Man,
I look at them, it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
there's some days I'm
You
like,
ever
man,
look
it's easy, and other
Yeah,
days,
remember I did the McDonald's ones?
well, it depends on the drawings too, right? I mean, some of these, like you get some of these full remodels and stuff. They're 20-something pages of drawings, right? So like, there's a lot of back end work for me just to study them and know them before we even start the job, right? Yeah, there's a lot to it.
So when did you start this business?
I've been in the industry for 15, 16 years. I opened Homegrown Customs in 2019. My dad's a custom home builder. He just retired. He's pushing 70 years old. very reputable, established builder. Probably done 200 or 300 custom homes in Northern Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Who's this?
Mark Williams, Custom Homes.
Yeah.
He kind of got me into it. I was just kind of raised on it, really. So, like, I was in middle school. He had me out there working on weekends and stuff, right? Cleaning up after drywallers and cigarette butts and just starting from the bottom.
Getting the drywall
right?
dust
I hated
in
it.
the
Didn't want to
zone.
be there. Wanted to go work somewhere with my friends, right? But then you go into college and high school. I was working with him pretty much every summer and weekends. And we were kind of, at that point, I was getting pretty good at framing. We focused on framing. So I framed houses with him for about 7 years, probably framed, 20 or 30 houses with him. He kind of taught me the ins and out of like the new build. He never really did a whole lot with like remodels or additions or anything. I do a lot more with that. And then sometime after college, I decided I wanted to go work for a bigger builder and kind of learn, I guess, the other side of it, right? Because there's only so much you can learn from a mom and pop, right? It's just me and my dad, one other worker. He built maybe 1 to 2 houses a year. So like you're topping out somewhere, right? Like you don't need 2 general contractors on a job, right?
Yeah.
So I went to work for a couple bigger builders. I took their like senior PM role or their superintendent role. So I was managing 6-figure jobs every day and 10 to 20 of them. So I went from framing a house and doing my own thing to managing significant jobs, and it was stressful. It was fun. I learned a lot. I kind of got a feel for like basically the whole other side of it, right? Like paying employees and your taxes and your workman's comp and managing more than one job at a time, meeting different clients that aren't just within 10 miles of my dad's working area.
Right.
So I worked as a superintendent, and I finally just kind of got to the end of it where I was like, man, I felt like there was more for me, right? I had kind of had that fire, and my manager came to me one day and he's like, man, do you plan on sticking around here for a while? And I kind of thought about, getting out and doing my own thing, but I wasn't going to say it, right? Because you can't take it back once you say it.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'll probably be here a while. And he said, man, I don't know. I just feel like there's more for you here. He's like, you seem bored. He's like, you're good at your job. He's like, it's just easy for you. He's like, I could see you doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And that kind of hit home with me. It's like, man, I kind of got in a spot where I was financially stable, had some money saved, right? So if I slowed down on my own, I wasn't going to go bankrupt or anything. I had some work scheduled out for 5 or 6 months. I was like, man, I think I'm going to make the leap of faith. And instead of working for another builder, I'm just going to do what I do every day, but for myself.
Yeah. So then you went back down to the bottom.
Yep, started over again. Yeah, started back where my dad had me.
But with a lot more knowledge.
Right,
Yeah.
and that was the thing. It was like, I think it's good to have a resume builder, right? Like even if your end goal is to be self-employed, go find someone that's good at what you want to do and learn their trade. You don't have to run them out of business. You don't have to copy it word for word. But if they're good at what they do, pick their brain, man.
Exchange your work with the knowledge that you're going to get more than the paycheck.
My dad used to give me shit all the time and be like, man, you should be paying me for what I'm teaching you. I was like, man, there's a certain level in that, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about learning on someone else's dime is it's almost like you're learning while getting paid.
Yeah, and if you screw up, you're not losing money.
Paid
right?
training to start your own business.
Yeah.
I did it as well. I worked as a marketing director for a pretty large company, and that was the most eye-opening 2 or 3 years of my life. Because before then, I was doing everything on my own, and I thought I was pretty good at it until I met there, and there was a whole team of guys like me.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, there's so much I didn't even know. When I walked away from that job, I was able to get my business rolling because of all the knowledge I gained from it, for sure.
I think that real world experience gets you pretty far into it. Like you said, you're figuring out you're just not the only one. Like there's 10 of me out there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the job?
I like the freedom. So I'm up to 6 in-house guys right now. We work Monday to Saturday, 60-hour weeks. I'm not like a slave driver. I don't make them work Saturdays. Everybody that works for me wants to work Saturdays, so that's what we do, if the work's there. But I like the freedom where, I go from different jobs, right? We usually run 3, 4, 5 jobs at a time, so I've got different clients from, different places. And then the scope of work too, right? Like there'll be one client we're building a house for, another one we're doing a $100,000 kitchen for, right?
A lot of variety, a lot of running around, a lot of fires to put out. All
that's
that
what
stuff.
killed me.
That is what business owners love. Because they
not-
don't like being stuck in a box for 8 hours.
You break the matrix, right? You're not going to the same job site, the same office 9 to 5 for 40 years, right?
Yeah.
that was kind of the gripe I had working with my dad. Is like we did everything on the house, right? He didn't hardly sub anything out. He subbed roofing out and like brick. We did everything else. So we'd spend a year at a house, and like after 3 months, I'm like, man, I'm tired of coming here every day. I'm like, this is like, you know what I mean? I need to spice it up.
Yeah.
I got like that. I flipped one house. I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, because you're there for
I can't
months
do
on
it.
end.
Yeah, I was there for.
I was a laborer and flipped a house with Nick, and that was hell. It was going back because it feels like it never will end.
It never does.
Well, and most of them, you think you're getting there, and then you go to lay 4 and you find a rotten sub 4, and you're taking 2 steps back.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just that wasn't for me either. That's why I like roofing. Or
Oh, yeah,
literally,
you're different spot daily then, really.
yeah. I mean, even if you go to the same place, you're on the other side of the building or something, you know. So it's like
You're outside too.
you're outside.
Being outside is great.
In the
Being
sun.
able to, yeah, exactly.
That's also kind of a hard spot too, right? Like I'm sure doing roofing in the winter, right? I'm sure a lot of that weather handicaps you too.
It does,
I mean-
especially this type of fucking weather.
Well, yeah, because well, I guess like anything really in the cold, it's way harder. I
think
don't
every
think you can
business
even lay
suffers.
shingles under like 40, 45, right? They're not malleable. They don't want nothing to do with
I
it.
don't lay shingles below 40.
Yeah.
I can name like 10 companies who do if you want to hear them.
Go ahead.
You know,
Okay,
I think them
Star
are
War.
the guys that get callbacks for warranties about every 6 months too.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, is like how I kind of,
Flip the switch so it won't come on anymore.
well, I wanted to be on because I'm cold.
Oh.
You
Okay.
can't really hear it on the podcast.
You can't?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm cold. I'm cold, all right? You gotta turn the
He's
heat on.
cold.
But anyway, like, it's not even like they get callbacks for warranty issues because I actually talked to a couple guys who run through companies like this. They start a company, they'll do $2 or $3 million and shut it down, start another one. And that's their life.
It's a process.
Yeah, that's their business plan. And they don't get callbacks because they're out of business.
Yeah, that's
So
how
they
they
don't worry
negate
about
it. They're just like, we're not in business. We don't have to honor our warranty.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally, they go make the money. They don't give a shit about the quality, and they just start another company.
Well, I feel like that's part of the
couldn't do
trouble
that.
of the construction industry, right? It's like chucking a truck, right? When he leaves your driveway, it's a taillight warranty. Once you can't see the taillights, your warranty's gone. That's a big part of the industry is everybody wants to undercut everybody on bids, right? Everybody's chasing the cheapest bid. And most of the time, the guys with the cheapest bids are the ones that don't have workman's comp. They're not insured. They haven't done it for years on end. They don't warranty their work, right? So there's a reason for it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I'm sure you see it all the time. You know, you I don't know if you put out bids to like 5, 6 different companies. I don't know if that's what you do, but a lot of companies do that, and they always choose the cheapest one.
I think a commercial, especially, right? They're just
terrible.
chasing the cheapest one, and it's like, well, we're comparing apples to apples. Well, it's like, are you really though?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple that I've bid lately, and they always come back. They found it like $200 a square cheaper. I'm like, then let
Right.
them use them.
By all
I'm not
means.
dropping my price.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
You know,
You don't want to
either you-
negotiate, right?
No.
Like it's not just because another company's cheaper than me doesn't mean I have to go down to that.
Exactly. And I always tell them to call me when it fails.
I was gonna say, how do you combat that? Like if someone calls and you know they're chasing the cheapest bid, do you still take the time to bid it?
Well,
Yeah, because it's so
Yes.
easy for him to bid.
yes.
Yeah, I
Might
guess.
as well.
I always
Right, it
send them a
couldn't hurt.
bid.
Yeah, he's got like an online thing that like takes a. Well, he used to have a satellite photo and it like
Oh yeah,
ripped
you
it up.
use like
basically.
Eagle Eye or Matterport or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And it don't take me that long to bid it. And at the end of the day, I would say 8 out of 10 end up calling me back in the future
Right.
because they
Yeah.
have bad experience
Right.
or they need something.
Call that
And
cowboy
you're not
back.
burning the bridge, right?
Yeah, see if that cowboy's still in business.
Nah, we should have
He
moved with the
seemed like he
cowboy.
didn't give a shit. Yeah, I answer my phone and I'll go charge them double to fix it.
That's what I was gonna say. Then
You know?
they're spending more on the back end of it all.
Yeah, I never negotiate, ever.
I'm not a big fan of it, and I get calls for, and I probably bid 4 or 5 jobs a week, and like I always ask 2 questions. I'm like, well, when do you need it done? They say yesterday. I'm like, you're calling the wrong guy, or 3 months out, and whoever you're hiring to do it tomorrow, you're
Good luck.
wasting your time.
Yeah,
And
good
then
luck.
2, what's your budget, or are you chasing the cheapest bid, right? Oh yeah, we're getting 5 bids. We're trying to see who's going to be the cheapest. Well, I appreciate the opportunity. I'll give you a bid, but I'm telling you right now, I'm never the cheapest bid. There's a reason for it,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
100%.
anybody that markets to be the cheapest bid, there's a reason.
Yeah, I don't see how you can sustain business nowadays being the cheapest bid.
There's so much overhead and everything anymore. If you're doing it legally, right? If
That means they have no structure usually. They have nothing. It's them in a house. They have no
Yeah, no
workers.
overhead,
they, have
right?
they have nobody that they have to pay. That's how my business gets undercut all the time.
Just basically, I kind of related to the snow. You know, everybody's out pushing snow. And you always got this guy on Facebook. I'll come do your driveway for $50.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
God of a shovel.
yeah.
I mean, a lot
Breaks
of
his
these guys
back
are
on your
pulling up
property and gives you $1 million lawsuit.
A lot of these guys are pulling up in $150,000 rigs to push snow on your property. How can you make money at $50? You know,
Yeah, that didn't cover your diesel fuel to get over there.
and I see people on Facebook complaining about, you know, they're charging me $300 to do my driveway. Well, you know, when that's not price gouging, that's what it costs to do business.
Right, you think they're taking that $300 and it's just going in their vacation fund for their family?
Yeah.
He probably had $100 before he left his door, and diesel
Yeah.
fuel, taxes, insurance.
Paying for all that technology too. I know like Hunter was supposed to be here today, but he's got that nice, you know, what is it called on the front of his little tractor thing he's got? Help me out.
You don't know nothing.
Tell me some
Yeah, I
hillbilly
don't know.
shit that he's got.
You don't know anything. He's got everything.
He's got a
all nice
skid
brand new
steer.
shit.
He's got a skid steer
yeah.
with the thing on there that like he can go up there and like shovel it backwards and everything.
Push box and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, those right there are
Yeah, 5, 10
three
grand
to
attachments.
5, you know, for
Yeah.
a used one.
And the skid steer itself, you know.
That's $80,000.
So
Right.
people like take that guy usually that's doing it for $30 is some guy with a shovel, like we said, and it's going to take hours and blah blah blah.
When you
You should
pull up-
understand when you pull up and you roll this thing off a trailer.
When you pull
It's
up
gonna be
to a job
300.
site to do a snow push, and your payment's $1,500 a month for that equipment,
Yeah.
plus the truck that's $1,000 a month, plus the
Insurance.
$10,000 trailer that you're pulling the skid steer with,
Yeah.
Business insurance.
you're pulling up with 200 grand that you have to make payments on that costs you 2,500 a month
Right.
for a $300 job.
Right.
That doesn't.
The
That,
math don't math.
No, like,
Yeah.
you know, that's what people don't understand. And
Well, and then you still got to give it back to Uncle Sam too, right? I mean,
Right.
small
Uncle
business
Sam
owners
is
are getting
half of it.
paying
Killing us.
30% to them, you know?
You
It's like-
remember when you were young and you'd hear your parents and they always talk about taxes and bitching about it. You're like, yeah, what the fuck? You didn't really pay attention to it. Yeah, I'm feeling it now.
Yeah,
It's rough.
Yeah, it hits home now, don't it?
yeah, if you don't keep buying shit and stay broke in your bank account, you're
Yeah.
The government will make sure they take it.
yeah.
Right.
They'll take their cut. They're like,
That's
oh,
exactly-
you have money left over? How about not?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like,
How about not?
yeah, you got to
Profits.
spend money to not owe them money.
Yeah, and it's terrible. It's terrible. And it's really terrible at the end of the year when you're like, get a 6-figure check on the last week of December, and you're like,
You're like, oh, this is going to the IRS.
I'm like, should I hold off for a week to cash this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, let's roll it into the new year.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I always try to keep my bank account to nothing at the end of the year. Whatever I have to do, I try because I
I
don't
mean,
want to
if
give my money
anything,
away.
just push it towards your write-offs, whatever, investment
Yeah.
properties, equipment,
Something.
trucks, something.
Yes.
I mean, then at least you're not giving it all back to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it's just there's a lot to run a business. So, like, tell us some of your hardest things that you've had to overcome in your business.
I think, especially just in construction and blue collar, right? Everybody's fighting for work. Like you're saying, snowplow, it's very competitive. I mean, it's probably not as competitive as like lawn care or like snow plowing because everybody and their brother cuts grass. They
Yeah.
got a cousin, an uncle, a friend that does it, right? So construction's not quite as flooded, but there is a lot of contractors out
yeah.
there. So I think a big struggle with that is securing the jobs and staying busy, right? And so like for me, having 5 or 6 guys working 60-hour weeks, like I gotta have consistent work.
Yeah.
I want to sell jobs. I want to schedule jobs 6 months out, man. I want these boys to know they got work. I want to know that I got work. So that's probably one of the biggest struggles, just making sure you got consistent work. And then I get kind of hitting back on the other one, man. Like it's competitive. Everybody wants a cheap bid, and no one really knows the cost of stuff anymore. Like nobody that's built, done remodels, done a kitchen, a bathroom, a basement, they don't have a clue what nothing costs. And it's crazy because I'll go bid finish.
It's always too low.
I'll go bid a finish in a basement, and they'll slip up and say, yeah, we were trying to stay around 10 grand. I'm like, 10 grand won't even cover the studs and drywall down here. Like, when's the last time you bid anything in the industry? So I think that's a hard part. It's not so much like getting underbid. It's just people don't know what to expect for pricing. I can't tell you how many calls I get, I mean, weekly, monthly, where someone says, hey, I saw your Facebook. I want you to build my house. My wife's in love with the house you just built. Okay, well, what do you got? Well, we want to do a 2,000 square foot brick ranch. Okay, you doing it on a basement? Yeah, we want to do a full basement, 9-foot walls. Okay, have you talked to a lender? You paying cash? We're dealing with a lender. We're going to sell our house. Our budget's $350. I'm like, man, I couldn't build that for $350. I'm like, you can go buy IKEA cabinets and you're still going to be over $350, right?
Yeah.
So I think everybody sees all these jobs getting done, these houses being built, people doing, heated tile floor, niches in their bathrooms, benches, all this cool stuff. They don't have a clue what it costs. And some of it's just the main killers, right? Like HGTV and all these shows where they can flip a house in a week. They can send 4 guys in and tile a bathroom in a day. It's like, that's cool, but that's Hollywood, man. That's not the world we live in.
Right.
And those people are getting their houses remodeled for free, right? So it's a little bit different story.
They got corporate with a blank check behind that shit.
Yeah. So I think that's a big part of it. I think for most people just haven't been in the industry to price anything. So when they do call to get a price, a lot of them are sticker shocked. And I try to preface most people on that because like a lot of the calls I get too are home additions, right? People found their dream house. It's in Fort Thomas, Villa Hills, right? They got the location. The house is 80 years old and they need another bedroom, right?
Yeah.
So I'll come out, walk them through the process, give them a price on it. I'm like, man, just so you know, home additions are just as much, if not more, than a new build, right? Because there's demo involved plus the new construction. And the first thing I tell them when they're talking about additions, I'm like, I talk more people out of not doing them than doing them. I'm not here to make a sale. If this isn't your forever home, you'll never get your ROI back on an addition, right? I mean, so I think that's a big part of the industry is everybo's got this wish list, but they don't necessarily have the bank account to back it.
Right.
I can speak factually to that, you know, and that's the type of roofing that I install. I always ask the people, are you staying here forever? Because if you're not, you're wasting your money. Put shingles on it and move on.
Yeah, because you'll never get your full return back on it.
Cost way too much. You just have to do it because you like it.
Right.
And you're staying here forever.
That's a lot of stuff with homes and commercial and everything, right? I mean, everybody wants to put an outdoor kitchen or a covered deck. It's like, man, that'll help. When you sell your house, it'll help, but paying me $100 grand to do an outdoor kitchen, doesn't mean your house equity goes up $100 grand.
No.
Right? You might get 50% of it. You might go up 50. But you're never going to get 100% ROI on most of the real home projects you're doing, and that's just the world we live in.
What's insane to me is how often people sell and buy houses. Like,
it's become
they don't
very
stay.
commonplace now.
They don't stay.
I feel like back, like you were saying in our folks' days, like nobody really moved, right?
They stayed.
Like my folks built and they haven't moved in 40 years. Everybody I know, their folks have been in the same childhood house. I'm like, the generation we're in, people buy and sell every year, man. They'll take the hit on the capital gains. If they make any money, they'll go buy something. They don't care.
Yeah. I think it's a difference in lifestyle too, because cultural difference is the biggest problem there. When we were young, how many of us was in one bedroom with us and our siblings?
Yeah.
Now each sibling gets their own space, they have
Their own
their
full
own place,
bathroom.
their own personality, their own bathroom.
Yeah.
Everybody gets that now. And that's like commonplace and part of culture now. So I think that every time somebody has a baby, instead of sticking 2 kids in one room, they're like, we got to upgrade, get a
Right,
house.
let's go get a bigger
That's
house.
what's happened with me and my wife. Honestly, we've done it.
I mean, I guess it's more power to you, right? If you can financially afford it and you're trying to give your kids the best.
And then to what you said, me and my wife have been thinking about, selling our house and getting something new because she wants all that new stuff, and our house is a little bit dated. But if we start doing renovations, I mean, like you said, the return is not there. It costs a complete fortune. Like you got to really be like, hey, this is where I want to stay if we're going to do this.
I literally, that's what I tell, especially on them additions. But like, if you're looking for this dream 4-bed, 4-bath, and you only got a 3-3, I'll bid it. Say it's 250. I mean, you could take that 250 grand you give me to put it and just sell your house and put that into the market and buy the house that already has it, right?
Yeah.
And you could beat that 250.
Right.
So there is.
But if you got that house that you love and you love the place,
it's not negotiable.
That's when it, that's when we're calling you.
Yeah.
Come out here.
Yeah,
I don't want to leave this.
Because they're not in it for the money, right? They're not looking for the ROI. They're looking
Right.
to have the space that they can retire with. They're going to have an in-law suite. Their folks are going to live with them.
Right.
They have no worry about their kids selling.
You're not really caring about the making money off of it. You're caring about enjoying the home and having it the way you have it. The customization stuff that's definitely not going to get you back. Adding a pool, all that type of stuff.
There's a lot of it, and I think like you said, it just comes down to knowing that you're not going to get it out, right? I've got clients that spend 6 figures on kitchen cabinets, and it's like, I mean, they're very big houses, right? So it fits the stature of the house, but like even then, you're not going to get 100% back on spending that kind of money. It's just hard to justify,
Yep.
So you have how many in-house guys?
I got 6 right now.
Hispanic, white?
Both.
You have Hispanic and white?
Yep. Yeah. I've kind of been looking for 1 or 2 more. I'm kind of like in that spot where we're so busy. I don't like scheduling jobs more than 2 or 3 months out because that's when you start to lose bids, right? People don't want to wait that long.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wouldn't mind having another guy or 2 where we can really keep up with what we got. And thankfully, we've been blessed with inside work through everything so far. I mean, we've got a couple kitchens, couple bathrooms we're doing right now, and they'll get us to warm weather. They'll get us to spring, and in spring I've got a house lined up to start in the spring, right? So, I think I'm trying to find the sweet spot because at some point, right, you get so many in-house guys, it's hard to manage, and then you're looking at 40 grand a month payroll too, right? So I don't know. It's kind of nice to be somewhere in single digits with them.
How many Hispanic guys you got?
I got 4 Hispanic guys.
So I don't want to get political or anything.
He does.
No, I don't. I want to keep politics completely out of it. With you being inside the home, have you had any problems with homeowners and the Hispanic situation? Because I've heard from other remodelers that this is a problem.
It's so me personally, I haven't, thankfully. I've never had any clients give me any backlash on like, well, I'm not going to pay, or I'm not satisfied, or I don't like your guys.
Sure, yeah.
I've always had good luck with that, but my guys have told me from contractors they worked for in the past where they've had scenarios where you kind of get the old racist couple and they don't want nothing to do with Hispanic guys working there.
Right.
And they hear them laughing or they hear them speaking Spanish, they take it as disrespect.
Yes.
It's like, man, they're not making fun of you. They're here working. They might be having a little fun while they're doing it, but you can't get mad at them for laughing.
They don't want them having fun.
Yeah. It's like, man, God forbid they're working hard and they actually have fun doing it.
And I don't think they understand completely that Spanish is still their first language that they know.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
not
feel
disrespect.
more comfortable speaking Spanish to each other. It's just like if we went to Mexico to work and we're busting each other's balls on the roof.
Yeah.
We're going to talk English.
We're going to talk English. Even though we might know some Spanish, it's easier for us to talk English because we know it.
And then the clients don't speak English in that scenario, right?
Like,
so you don't have to worry about saying
talking
something.
about me.
Yeah.
Seeing me.
Yeah.
So I get that, and I was just
I've been
asking.
seeing it a lot, though. Obviously, with like deportation and ICE and everything. I mean, it's big. I think Cincinnati is kind of like the safe haven right now. Most of the Hispanic communities, they haven't got a whole lot of trouble out of ICE, which is nice.
Yeah. Hopefully they won't show up.
No, they're here.
We don't need.
They're here, for a fact.
Yeah, they definitely have a presence.
A few of my guys have been taken.
Yeah, I know a few that have too.
Yeah.
And
maybe they're being more surgical with it. That's what it needs to be.
I've heard of them poaching on Lowe's and Home Depot, just unmarked vehicles. Because sometimes like these guys that are legal will go drive through there and just to scout for the ones that don't have their immigrancy here. They'll go scout and see if there's unmarked vans in a parking lot and it looks like an ICE agent. They're just waiting to pick them off when they're there picking up lumber for a job.
Yeah, that's kind of how the guys that got taken. That's what happened. They were actually at Meyer.
Well, and I'm sure they weren't even criminals too, right? So like I understand
workers,
where they're pushing towards their biggest gripe was trying to get the convicted rapists and the felons and the guys that
Right.
are really tied up in the serious stuff. I get it, but you don't really when you're going after Hispanic, you don't know which one's good or bad, right? When they're looking for the guys that got
We
felonies,
seem to
right?
just be grabbing
That never-
everyone who looks Hispanic
Yep.
and
It
then asking
literally
questions
doesn't
later.
make sense to me either, because when you watch the news, for example, you don't see Hispanics on there for rape and stuff like that. It's all white people.
Where that happens is like South LA. That's where that whole like stereotype's coming from. The rest of the country, it's a bunch of maracas and fucking great barbecues and awesome music and fun and working their ass off.
Yeah.
Like, what is the majority there that actually do rape?
They're getting all that South border. All that
Texas
stigma
and-
comes from the border,
Mexico and Texas.
where you're having like drugs getting trafficked over the border, and that's what's causing that stigma across the entire United States.
Yeah,
And that's what's giving them the power to do this is pointing to those things.
Right. That's their ammo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think
we
it's a
did.
lot
We
of-
did get political. We did.
It's not political. It's not political at all. It's
not left
exactly
or right here.
It's exactly.
Bro, I hate both left and right. I've literally abandoned all hope as far as political parties and stuff. Just floating out here trying to be a good American, a good person.
Yeah.
It's just
trying to make a living.
insane. Like,
Person of Jesus, what Jesus is saying,
the amount of people that are stimulating actually the economy, whether they're paying taxes or not. At the end of the day, they're still
Getting the
stimulating-
houses done on time.
They're still stimulating the economy. They're still spending their money here.
If you go to a roofing company, they're stimulating the fuck out of your economy. You're,
I mean,
you're getting paid
what do
because
you think
shit's
they
getting
do
done
every day? They're
quick.
still paying rent or a mortgage on a house. They're paying a car payment. They got to
Yeah,
go eat. They're
they're
still
buying
spending
goods.
money that
Yeah.
they make in the U.S.
Oh my God, yes.
Well, it's
they're
just-
getting taxed everywhere else.
Yeah, they're getting taxed on everything they
I
buy.
mean, everything we buy is taxed. So you make your money, it's taxed. And you take that same money, it gets taxed again just to buy something. It's crazy.
That is true. I mean, they're spending money, so they're still paying
They're
taxes.
buying cars. They're
Yeah.
buying
I
houses.
never understood taxes. At the end of the day, it doesn't make sense to me because, for example, I get paid and then I go buy this Fresca. It gets taxed again.
Yeah.
And then the store owner buys a case of Fresca, gets taxed on that.
We're being robbed. If you,
Yeah, then the
just-
manufacturer
that's
gets
what's happening.
taxed to buy the aluminum. It's
Yeah.
like it just keeps tax after tax.
They're taxing us way too much,
I
and
mean-
they act like as if they need that, but then we find out that there's $90 billion missing here,
it's
$90 million missing
misallocated
here.
funds, right?
Yeah, so obviously you didn't need all that money from us. You've lost $90 billion, so
Right.
you didn't.
I was reading a
They're just
study
stealing
that-
it from us.
At the end of the day, from the top to the bottom, the dollar turns to 10 cents after all the taxes. From
Yeah,
the
there's
top
nothing
all
left.
the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are they doing with our 90 cents on the dollar?
Right.
Yeah. You don't know.
State, county, federal. I mean, I understand that they're building roads and
But are they? We really
mean,
have the
buying
worst
new cop
infrastructure.
cars.
Right.
and-
Transportation department.
Like
all that kind of
in
stuff.
Europe,
Schools.
they're
libraries.
pouring 24-inch thick roads so that they don't crack.
ever.
Ours are 12-inch.
Maybe.
and they fall apart. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
job security.
Yeah. That's what
They'll get
sucks.
to- they'll get to
That's what
rebuild.
sucks in America. We cannot progress a lot because of industries and keeping them alive, because of the collapse that would happen from it. You know,
There's a lot of
like if we figure out a way to power our cars, which we have many times, and that person dies mysteriously.
Yep.
But if we find a way to power our cars without oil, we're not going to do that because we had an oil industry. If they find a way, like we know that building houses with metal studs is going to make you a stronger house. It's probably even cheaper, but why are we still doing it with wood?
Right. It's just
Because there's a
just
whole
building
logging
code.
industry
Yeah.
that will go under, and a bunch of people getting paid to do that.
Yep.
That will go down. A bunch of mills that will be useless. So we're stuck using past technology for like it takes us so long to shed and move forward because of industries and economy.
The billionaires they want to stay billionaires.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
they control the market and they control the codes. They control voting on this and that. And it's
Well, what they say, 1% of the U.S. controls 99%, right?
100%.
They hold all the shots.
I'd say the USA doesn't even control itself. It's probably somewhere else, where the banks start. You know,
Yeah,
in Europe.
someone's pulling the strings.
Yeah, it's just really, really crazy. And it all stems back to making your move on your own business. You know,
It's the only way to semi break out of the matrix.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like it allows you to upgrade into a different lifestyle than at the bottom.
I think everybody's looking for a glitch in the matrix, right? And especially in the day and age of social media, you see everybody that's got a new car, a new house, they're traveling, right? They're only showing you the good. And I think everybody's looking for that glitch, and it's like, oh, I want to be an influencer. I want to be big on TikTok. It's like, I don't know where that.
The laziest people say that shit.
How did we get into that? What happened to working hard and doing good work and
Yeah.
putting a name out there for yourself, right?
Well, they don't even realize that, like, they want to be that because they saw someone else do it. They've already accomplished it. Like, influencers, we're good on them. We got plenty of those
Right,
now.
like be original.
People that are like, you know, I think that like I was telling y'all earlier, they dropped like a top influencers list in Cincinnati. And a lot of deserving people on there. But then I think about like all the people who are very quiet. Like we've had a couple people on our show who are actually influencing things, who actually move money,
Yeah.
who actually do this and they're quiet. They're not even on social media hardly.
Right.
So like it's just we live in a fake world.
I think we live in a
almost.
world where you keep up with the Joneses, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to finance a car. Everybody wants to finance stuff that they don't have the money for, and it's
Yeah.
competition, right? Everybody thinks they're competing with their neighbor, their buddy.
I would say one of the highest paid industries right now is to be, I wouldn't necessarily say an influencer, but it's somebody who has a huge following and sells courses on how to do something online.
Well, yeah,
So
there's lots of
you
those
have
popping
these
up.
guys that say they flip houses and flip 25 houses a week and shit like that. Well, sign up for my course and I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah.
But that course is $5,000.
Oh yeah,
You know, and then when you see that these same people have 3 shows booked with 400 people in attendance,
Yeah, they're
you,
killing it.
you start doing that math, you're like, this motherfucker's not flipping houses. He's selling a dream.
yeah.
You see what I mean? Like,
I think.
Well,
if-
he
I
may
think
have
if
the
they-
knowledge. Maybe that's the step up, you know?
Yeah, but if they were that successful
free
at
knowledge.
flipping houses, why would they want to take the time to go teach it?
it's
Why would
free
they not
knowledge.
keep doing what they're
All
doing?
this shit is free knowledge. Like Elon Musk said, there's no use of going to college anymore unless you want to be a doctor.
Right.
Everything is on YouTube. It's free.
People want a teacher, you know? Like,
Yes.
like I've thought about doing this with my business. The reason I'm kind of like going against your grain a little bit on this is because I foresee myself in the future not having to go out and film homes anymore, but going and teaching real estate agents how to do it themselves so they can save money, and then I would be making those big checks you're talking about.
Yeah.
To drop my knowledge, because I've spent this whole time like college gaining this knowledge. Yeah, they can look it up online, but they won't actually get it that way. People can't just sit down and do that. Some people can. They want a teacher out there hands-on and showing them how to do it.
That's probably like the top out, right? Like,
Yeah.
you start off working for someone
That's the
else, you learn
retirement
it.
job.
Yeah, and then you're the laborer, you're the journeyman, then you're the master, and then you get to the crossroads where you either continue work for another company and they pay you decent, or you go work for yourself and chase the American dream. And then when you get good at what you do, you're not even chasing your business anymore. You're teaching other businesses
You
how
got
to
to
chase
drop
their
the
business.
knowledge. You got to
It's-
drop the knowledge
yeah,
at that point.
It's not necessarily that I'm like hating on selling courses,
Yeah.
because I think once you're tenured enough and you actually do have that knowledge
Yeah.
and you've done it, you've graduated to.
There's a lot of fake
Right,
ones.
right. You've got to that
But
point.
when there's a kid that's 22 years old that has a McLaren and a penthouse, that's all people see. They don't give a fuck what type of experience he has, as long as he lives that lifestyle and portrays that he knows what he's talking about. People are going to buy that course.
It's
I got a great example of that. You know the guy who goes up to millionaires with this microphone? He's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
great
Yeah.
interviewer. He
Yeah,
goes
he
up and he
kills it.
goes, hey, how'd you do this? Blah, blah, blah. Well, now he's selling courses on how to brand your business.
I saw that.
And I look at that and I think, that's laughable, bro. You're only popular because you are a cute guy who can talk great, who went out there and did it. You're an individual influencer. You got nothing to sell. You can't. You're going to teach somebody to be good at interviewing people.
Right, right.
You have zero experience at branding. You have, that's. I mean, like I commented on this thing one time. And I was like, Bro, I used to love watching your videos, and now you're just trying to sell something that you're not.
He's
you
a
don't-
sellout,
You don't
ain't he?
even, you don't
Yeah.
even know what the fuck you're talking
Right, go
about.
back to being the guy you
I
were.
help people build a brand by doing video. Like, no, you didn't. You built your own brand by doing this.
Right.
Now, if you want to teach other people how to go out and interview people, that's your expertise. But you really don't know anything about branding or anything about running a campaign and gaining brand awareness. You just
Right.
did that on accident because you were in the right place, right
Yeah,
time.
you end up
you did the right
being
thing.
successful at it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of those that are fake.
I guess that's influencers. I guess.
Yeah, they're using their following to try to sell something, and there's nothing really to back it up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of these courses that I see are anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 for a, I don't know, 20-page PowerPoint basically, and then your access to a Facebook group.
Yeah, and it's something, and you could have looked the same thing up on ChatGPT and saved
Easily.
your money.
What about
Easily.
Andrew Tate? He's got he's turned himself into that university you can sign up for. You see
Yeah,
that?
he's selling courses now. I saw.
But I guess he's selling courses on how to do Bitcoin and how to invest your money and stuff like that. They claim to have lots of people who come out of it and they're making money.
I don't
So-
understand. If you're to that stature of wealth, where you're talking 7, 8, 9 figures net worth, what are you gaining from
Oh,
going
that's
on
ego.
teaching-
That's
teaching
all
cla-
ego. Yeah, that's
Right.
all ego driven. Just
Like,
once,
pay me to teach you how to make money.
Yeah.
Pay me to teach you how to be successful.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all it takes is the image online. I told my buddy Hunter that I was supposed to be here today. I'm like, you know what? All we have to do is go buy a Lambo and rent a mansion, and we can sell anything easily because we're living that
In Kentucky, I'd
lifestyle.
switch
people
that
are
to
full
a
easily.
dually and a big farmhouse and a farm with horses.
That's not what sells.
Around here it is.
Kids that have $2,000 or $3,000 saved up and are stuck. What should I do? What should I do? And they see somebody with a Lambo and a mansion in a swimming pool. Like,
Yeah.
hey, pay me $3,000. I'll teach you how to make some money.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
and
easy.
then walk over to your Lambo and get into it. People are like, okay, this motherfucker makes money. Here's my $3,000.
Yeah.
500 of those people, you have $1.5 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a lot
You
of
see
people
what
look
I
for the
mean?
easy out
Yeah,
too.
it's just like the new pyramid scheme, basically.
100%. Yeah, I guess influencing and courses is the new pyramid scheme. Yeah, you're 100% right because those are gone. It seems like now.
Yeah.
I don't really see too many.
Well,
people
everybody's
doing it.
recognized them now, so they're
Yeah.
highly identifiable, and it's like, oh,
I don't
wanna
even
do that.
know any that are still going. You got that
Well, what about these
there's a
girls
reason
doing
for it.
Pampered Chef or something like that? All that stuff.
Pure
Is that-
Romance.
Yeah,
that's
is that
still going.
is that
Pampered
real
Chef,
stuff?
I
Or
guess
is it,
Avon's still going.
Yeah.
There's only
aren't you always trying to sign somebody up and then you make
Always.
something off what they do?
always.
Yeah.
But
You
there's,
recruit for underneath you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
That's-
like,
yeah, that's
I always,
pyramid.
like when I met him, he was always trying to do those. And I'd be like, bro, it's fine. Just know that there's an end to it. It's like get in there, make your money, and then get out because it's going to fall apart at one point.
Yeah. This isn't an end goal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that when I was doing those things when I was younger, that the course thing wasn't there because I would have fell victim to many courses
Yeah.
because I was trying to get rich.
Yeah.
That was my goal. Get rich. Make
Get
money.
rich quick.
Well,
You
when
know?
you're that age, you're easily influenceable, right?
Yeah.
You find
100%.
someone you want to be, and then you just
Well,
try to do
I
what they
had
do.
done. I had done. I'm like 8 years older than him, so he starts hanging out with my old ass. So I see like in 8 years isn't really that far. Like
It is
our
with
memory.
technology now.
Yeah, I would just watch him doing the same shit that I just did. And I'd be like, bro, don't do that. I just did that back in college. I got fucked. So you got to go out there and learn on your own.
100%.
You got to fail.
There's no way to get rich quick unless you get lucky.
You'd be like, shut the fuck up. I'm about to
And
sell
even
this
then,
coffee.
luck and being born into it only gets you so far.
It does.
Raw talent only gets you so far. It comes down to hard work.
It
That
does.
will win every day of the week.
Have you had any times in your business where you were struggling to make payroll or to pay your own bills? Did you have any struggles in the beginning like that you had to overcome?
So like really, when I started, when Homegrown like officially started in 2019, it was COVID time, right? It was
Yeah.
right before COVID.
Right.
Me and my buddy started it. We're like, oh, we're gonna build houses. Well, we got a house to build, 2,400 square foot, barndominium on a poor basement. Well, COVID hit right when we were getting into it. everything tripled, doubled overnight, right? Lumber package went from 30 to 60 grand. We were so new in it. And COVID wasn't a thing then. I didn't have contingencies in my contract that said that the client had to cover any overages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when we first started, man, that house we broke even on. We were glad to break even on.
Right.
Granted, that was 6-7 years ago. I mean, we've grown from it, right? Every new business owner, they're going to fail, they're going to lose money, right? I mean, so there's definitely been times where I've been worried about making payroll or not having work lined out, but I like to think where I'm pretty established now, I don't have a whole lot of it, at least in the last few years.
Yeah, but you had it though.
Oh yeah, been there. I've been there.
I think that you have to have those struggles to learn from in business, or you'll just never know what it could be like in bad times.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes you a stronger business owner going through those struggles and I guess barely being able to make payroll to figure out like, look, this could happen again. I need to plan for it. There could be another COVID. There could be a electrical blackout for a month. Then what? It's like having those struggles is good. I feel like, because I've had plenty.
Keeps you on your toes.
It does.
Keeps you thinking.
Well, even when it's a good struggle, right? I'm so busy right now. I'm looking to hire more guys, trying to keep up with it. There's days I'm stressing, right? I'm calling my wife, telling her, I'm like, man, I don't know how we're going to keep up with it. I need more guys. It's like, how blessed am I to be stressing over being busy?
Right.
Like, you got to sit back and look at what you got.
That's what me and my wife do every day, because like we have so many phone calls and inquiries coming in and just scheduling and everything, and it's just me and her, and it can get really freaking stressful. Like it can get like pulling your hair out. People will schedule you, and then they'll call back 20 minutes later. Oh yeah, we got to reschedule it, or they'll call 20 minutes before. All that stuff. It's very, and then like we got to stop ourselves, like you said, and be like, this is way better than trying to figure out how to eat tonight.
Right, like this is what we signed up for, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
So do you have foremen? Do you have job managers, or is that you?
That's me. I left my house at 5:30 this morning and went to my jobs before we came here, and I'll head to the rest after here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just me keeping up with it.
Are you on every job every day?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's one of my selling. I'm small enough to where I'm not doing 30 jobs, right? I typically take 4
You
or
have the
5 jobs
ability
at a
right
time.
now to show up.
Yeah, and that's where where a lot of these people hire these bigger companies, and they got project managers, and they're coming to their job once a week, or they don't even know what's going on that week. It's like, it's kind of nice being a smaller outfit, and especially guys like me who devote my time. I go to every job. I take the opportunity to talk to my guys throughout the day, even after I just left the job they're at. I'll talk to all of them lunchtime. I'll talk to them at the end of the day, couple times in between.
Yeah.
So, how often have you walked on a job site and seen everything fucked up and you had to redo it?
I always tell everyone, like, when I'm just giving them my pitch, telling them who I am, what I do, and why they should hire me, I'm like, look, there's gonna be days you don't like me and my guys. It's construction. It's not black and white. There's nothing ever goes perfect, right? To make an omelet, you're breaking an egg. So there's been days where we've had we dropped a hammer and broke a piece of tile, right? There's days where material got back ordered. There's days I forgot to order material. There's days where guys get in a wreck and don't show up. There's days where they call in, right? And it's like, it sucks making that call, but my big thing is, I'm like, hey, let me get to the end. At the end of your job, you're going to be happy, you'll be satisfied, you'll still recommend me. Yeah, there's probably a few hiccups along the way. I'll take one on the chin. That's just the name of the game in construction, right? And sometimes it is my fault. Sometimes it's just unforeseen, right?
Setting expectations with the clients is huge.
You got to, because going back to the whole influencer, TikTok, everybody sees all these crazy builds and cool, but they don't know how many headaches went into it before then, right? Like the last build we did, it had to be 10-foot poured engineered walls, right? And so we had to pay an engineer to come out and engineer it. Another $3,000 out of pocket to the homeowner, right? It's like who eats that, right? I mean, you just don't know it till you get into it.
Yeah. That's what I figured, working in people's houses, like when you leave, they're there looking.
Oh yeah, it's so like a lot of the remodels we do
why I
are
hate it.
occupied, man. And I tell them, I'm like, man, by all means, check on our work at the end of the day. If there is something you don't like or you want to change, I'd rather know it now. Don't wait till the end when we've already got all the walls covered up. We gotta go
Right.
cut drywall, rework it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, if you're gonna, sometimes clients are like, well, you guys got to do some paint touch-ups there. These walls are scuffed. It's like, well.
We're not done.
Yeah, honey, we're a month from being done. Like, that's a punch list item. When we get to the end, I'll walk the job with you and your husband. We will make a list, and I will take care of every item on that list.
Where are you from?
Walton.
Oh, Walton, Verona.
Yep, I went to Walton Verona.
What year are you?
I graduated in 13.
Yeah. I'm an 01 Walton Verona.
You're an OG Walton Verona.
I'm a
Huh?
Dub D Rider is what they call us.
I didn't, man, that's crazy. I for like Walton being a smaller school, like I really don't
Is that
run
how
into
you
a
knew
lot
Josh?
of people. So Josh, I ran into him at my best friend's wedding, actually. Josh officiated it. And
Yeah.
like I guess like
Hey,
there were-
Josh, those weddings did pay off.
yeah.
We're always busting his balls like, how many fucking weddings you got to go to,
He's like,
Josh?
it's networking.
He's like, yeah, I gotta officiate it. I don't really want to. but
Yeah, and
He loves it.
probably
he's
good at
good,
it.
dude.
He's good. I know
Yeah.
he's good.
That
Yeah.
wedding
He knows
we
he's
were in
good.
it was big, a couple
Yeah.
hundred people, and he knew who I was. I knew who he was, and we ended up at the rehearsal dinner. He cornered me, and sure enough, we talked for an hour. I'm like, yeah, this guy, we got a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't take nothing to be like, we were diving into the thick of it, like we are now.
That's crazy. All three of us Walton guys then.
Yeah, that is. Where'd you go to school?
Ryle.
Ryle. Okay. Yeah. So
Moved around a lot as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's still Northern Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Walton Verona. That's awesome.
Do you have an office there?
I don't. So I've got a home office. I'll
That's good.
usually spend my evenings, or I'll pick a day in the week and do all my bids, work with drawings, estimates, answer emails. But
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have like a.
That's
like
what's
an office
awesome is you
space.
don't have to.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I really had the
I
need
should
for
be
one.
in here every single day working, but I like staying at home.
I've got
wearing
I got a
sweats.
shop at my house where I got my equipment and tools and ladders and dump charts and stuff, and my boys will meet me there in the morning on jobs when we need it. But
Yeah.
That's kind of how I roll, man. I had an office for, I don't know, a couple of years, $5,000 a month for nothing.
dude, it's crazy. I mean, it is nice to have something to show your clients and say, look, I'm a serious
I'm
contractor.
legit.
Yeah.
You know?
But at the same time, do they really care if you have an office or not? I mean, what are they really doing when they come to the office? Signing the contract?
I mean, maybe.
Right.
Maybe
if
not.
that. Yeah.
I mean, how many customers come to your house? That's how many you'd have come to the office.
right. Little to none.
It's literally a waste of money.
Yep.
We just did it to have fun together.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was. It was like it was a adult clubhouse.
I truly think it was meant to
Come
be
over to my
like.
clubhouse.
right. Come
I
hang
was
out
at
with
that
us.
9 to 5 job I was telling you about, and I had just COVID came, and they let me go. That was the first thing they cut was marketing. And he was like, "Well, I got this office out here. I got a whole office you can have." So I'm just scooped in there, and part of my payment of that studio that I had the very first time was just doing content for all his businesses that was there in there. So we're just all day just having fun. This is when TikTok just first came out.
Getting drunk. It's just
We
like-
had beer on tap out of the refrigerator. We're just drinking beer all day and making TikToks. And man, I would say that was another a good year of learning.
Oh, hell yeah.
We were all on our own, but we're in the same place, like holding each other up.
Did you tell your old ladies like, God, I don't want to go to work today? Like, you get to
I
go
can't-
hang
not
out with
really,
your boys, drink a few
You
beers.
can't-
never
you
even
hide
talked
with
about
what I
it,
do.
honestly. I just went to work,
We were going live. They knew what we were up to. There's no
Yeah, I
hiding.
fucking
You
knew.
couldn't hide what you
Yeah, we were doing the
doing.
All you
goofiest
do is
shit.
go have fun with your fucking friends. You don't work.
Yeah.
He started a clothing business out of there, selling clothes and jewelry and shit. And
It was like a discount store. I had extra space. I was like,
we're just doing
we had a
random
friend.
shit.
We had a friend, that worked between us. I was like, hey, I'll start you something to keep you busy. Then that was it.
You're like, well, I got the space. Might as well try to make
Yeah.
some money on it.
Yeah, because literally, we didn't really even use it, but it's a total waste of money. Bought a house with some land and a garage and saving $3,000 a month
Right,
to have
you don't
the same
need it
thing.
then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And now it's there.
Speaking of that, you guys like think it's important to diversify? Like, obviously, we're all small business owners, right? But like, we all do other stuff besides that, right? There's other avenues of revenue, right?
That's what I'm looking for, definitely. Yeah, I want something else now too. But what I've always done is try to relate them to my business.
It's
You
nice
know.
if you can intermingle them, if you can make money off of one or the other.
Right.
I don't know. I dabble a little bit in property investment. I mean, I think it's nice to have some Airbnbs and rentals and stuff, right, to get some residual. And then I guess if I ever slow down with my day job, right, at least I have some source of income coming
Right.
in. From
I think that's the answer to every 5 million revenue and under business owner plan.
Right.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, $5 million sounds like a lot for revenue, but it's not. So I feel like real estate is our out. And that's our retirement. Because at the end of the day, most small business owners, we don't even have health insurance.
Yeah.
We don't have dental insurance. We don't have
Retirement.
shit. We don't have 401k. So
Right.
what do? We invest into real estate, and hopefully by the
Be
time
able
we're
to
45,
offload some of those.
Yeah,
live
you
off
can
of it.
we can
liquidate.
sell them all. We can sell
Yeah.
them all and get 10 million, $15 million
Yeah, and
dollars that
then
we've
live
accumulated
comfortably till you die.
and put it into an investment account, and we live off the interest.
Yeah.
That at the end of the day, that's my goal. Do I like real estate? Absolutely the fuck not. I hate it. I hate flipping houses. I hate it with a passion. But at the end of the day, I got to come to the realization: what else do I have that it's going to set my family up?
Yeah.
That's the only fucking thing you got guaranteed that you're never going to lose money on.
Well, was it Trump or who said it? They said if your day job's your only source of income, you're one step away from poverty.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So like
You're in
it's kind of
poverty.
nice to know you have residual, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It helps you sleep at
I don't
night.
know.
When I had the day
Yet,
job, this
but-
was my side hustle, was doing what I do now. And then
And
now
I feel like that's how
now
most of us
become
start out,
forefront.
right? It's more or
Yeah.
less a side hustle until you get successful at it.
Right.
And then it outweighs what your day job was.
Right.
And what's so bad about real estate now, man, is difficult to find a deal.
Everybody and their brother flips houses
Because
now.
now-
I've noticed
Yeah,
that.
it got
You got
too
people
popular.
like Steve fucking Stanton
Buying them all, ain't it?
buying them with fucking cash. You know, you got the sharks in there that if they want the fucking house, they're going to go buy it.
Well, and it's even
keep
the
their
people
guys
that,
busy.
It's even the people that don't do it and want to get into it, right?
Yeah.
It's like my dentist. He's getting into it with his wife. It's just like
They're coming in and
you
fucking
don't-
up the industry.
Right, you
like-
don't have any experience in real estate,
Yeah.
construction, investment, nothing. But everybody sees where people are getting rich off of rentals, and everybody wants
you
it.
should seek them out and take their money. Be like, let me get your money and I'll take care of this.
Yeah, I'll take care of the turd for
Because
you.
you
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck you're
I mean,
doing.
I think at the end of the day, people realize like what is an industry that will never collapse, and that's real estate. You'll have dips.
Well, I mean, historically, real estate increases
Forever.
4% every year. It's just
And you got
nature
forced
of it.
appreciation. You got all this
It's a
shit.
necessity.
well, and guys like us, it's a great avenue for tax write-offs too. If you want to throw some of your company money into into flips and rentals, I mean that's where you can beat Uncle Sam on paying so much.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's all we got, man. Because I can't speak for you, but I don't have retirement.
Yeah.
I think in
If
the
I
line of
get
work
hurt
we're
or
in,
something,
it's
that's what I worry
chestnut
about.
checkers, man.
We're
You gotta be 3 steps ahead. It's one thing when you work a W-2 or hourly job, right? Because you know what you're going to make every Friday. And if it's for a big company, right, you pretty much have job security till you die. When you're self-employed, man, you're not living for tomorrow. You're living for 5 years from now. I mean, it's
Yeah.
when I made the step to go on my own, I made sure I had enough money saved to support me and my family for a solid year, and that was bills, vacations, everything, right? So like on my worst day, I didn't get work for a year. I could hang on. So it's like you got to plan ahead.
But everybody starts somewhere. You started out smart. You planned. You know, there's some people out there, and I can say for myself, I started with nothing.
I had nothing either.
You know, I started with
if I
a 2 month
break my leg, I'm in bad shape.
a 2 month deferred mortgage. I was months behind on bills, and I
Right.
decided to start a business. How fucking dumb is that? But I mean, look what it's done.
It's the leap of faith, though. It's
It's
calculated
tough.
risk at the end of the day, right?
It's tough.
For all these young people that want to get into it, it's like you don't have to have $100,000 saved to go be a plumber, right? But when you start your own company,
Drive.
yes, you got to have the drive.
Yes.
And definitely learn from someone that's successful. I think like I always think about like high school kids, and like when I was in high school, they were pushing us to go to college, right? They didn't push the trades,
Yeah.
and now the trades are making a full circle. And
Yeah.
I push for them, man. And I don't care what anybody does trade wise, but I'm like, there's going to be a point where you find a trade, you get good at it, you like it, and what's going to set you apart from everybody else is you're going to outwork them. Yeah, outwork every one of these motherfuckers. You get good at what you do, you work more, you work more than they ever will, and you're going to be more successful.
I just posted a post on Facebook the other day, like, stop forcing your kids to go to fucking college unless they know for a fact.
Yeah,
That-
especially
that's
with the
what they're
debt they're
going
going
to
to
do.
I
get
almost used to go
into.
back to what it was in the past. It was like
Push
the
for trades.
smartest people, the scientists, and like the
Yeah, it
scholars.
used to be. Yeah, it used to
Now
be
you
like
guys
sought
are-
after.
Yeah. It's just, not everybody should go to college, and it was like the smartest of the smart would do that. You know, and
Go for
that-
human anatomy and art. What type of dumbass shit is that for $100,000 a year?
Yeah,
You're
100.
pissing your
Right,
money away.
right. You're getting
Go
in debt.
work for an HVAC company and figure out how they sell these bitches and be a salesman for a while. Then go out in the field, and then 3 years,
Yeah, with zero debt.
zero debt. And then in 3 years, when you're making $27, $30 an hour starting out, in 3 years you can apply for an apprenticeship and master's license even.
Yeah, and you
'Cause
work your way
work-
up.
Yeah,
People
then you
were
can start your own shit.
Right.
people were sold a dream of luxury of you go to college and then you get a awesome package of money coming in and you got the vacations
Right,
and
you're
in
gonna
an
be the CFO of a
office.
company
You're just in
and-
a nice office all day in the air
Right.
conditioning, chilling, just doing awesome little projects for the business, and that's what they sold us.
Yeah.
It's just not even the case. Even if you get your college degree, you're coming in at the bottom somewhere.
That's what we need to sell a course on.
What's
Don't
that?
fucking go to college.
Yeah.
Let me teach you the
I
real
think
life.
everybody's
Right.
learned
When
that.
they
Like
make a
you
list
said,
of other jobs you should look into.
I think that's been
Yeah,
learned. I think that we've
Yeah.
learned from that, and you see it everywhere. Trades are coming back, and people are getting back into it. A lot of Aiden's friends are hopping into trades and stuff.
Who is it? A lot of what?
Trades are coming back.
Oh,
Like the popularity of trade schools are coming back, and I think a lot of people have realized that we kind of fucked up there on the old college
I think
thing.
there was that generational gap with them though, because like that's what I've noticed. Where my old man retired, and like probably his last 5 years in it, he was using some of my guys, my subs, right? Because his subs already retired. It's like there's an age gap where them guys, that's all them guys got out of high school. That's all they did. You poured concrete. They were a plumber. They built a house. They were a framer. And then you get into my generation, some our generation, nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were told to go to college. That's what they did.
Well, we were told it was a shitty job and a bad thing
Yeah.
to do. Like
Yeah,
we
and
were
now-
sold to be
And
comfortable.
now all these old heads are retiring, and there's a lack of trades to fill their spots.
They can't.
How many
Yeah, they're
people-
all trying to sell their businesses, and their own kids won't take them
No,
on, and
they don't
they
want 'em.
can't find anybody to buy the business that's already got booked. Like that's a big thing right now. Like if you're able, go look for people selling their business because boomers are selling them right now, and they've got nobody to take over, and they've already got a book of business and connections.
There's
and
a lot of
everything.
these millionaires that diversify and they buy into blue collar. Like that's a big
All
push
these
right
private
now.
equities.
People love to buy a nice plumbing or electrical company that's established, 20, 30 employees, been around for 20 years.
Yeah.
They'll throw a couple million at it tomorrow just because they know their ROI on it. I mean, they'll have it back in 5 years.
Right.
so with you being in construction for so long, how many people do you know personally who still do box gutters?
I got one guy.
Exactly.
The guy
That was
loved
my
him.
point.
He cold called me and found me on Facebook and asked if I had a guy. I said no, but I don't run into him a whole lot. Do you?
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily running into them. It's how many people do you know that do it?
Oh yeah, it's because no
what
one's in the
happens
trade.
in 10 years?
Well, I always say that with masons, right? Every brick mason that's ever worked for me has been my dad's age. It's like I can't name anybody that's under 40 that lays brick right now. You know what I
I
mean?
got,
There's just,
I
there's
got a
not,
fucking good crew.
do you?
I
Yeah.
got a really good crew
Well, and there's a shortage of them, man.
that I could probably throw at you, and they're good. And I know I've seen their work
Was
personally.
ICE coming after them?
No, they're like, I wouldn't say they're your dad's age, but they're probably 40,
Yeah.
40ish.
that's a good age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you still
'cause
got
you know they- you know they've been
We
around.
can still get a good 15 years out of them.
Yeah, I can still
They're
grow
probably
with them.
drunks, and they're probably cussing
probably
on
half
job sites,
drunk
but they
half
just
the
have a
time.
fucking job done,
Yeah, but they do good
and they
work.
do good work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but I just reference box gutters because I know this industry. I know two people that do them, and they're both about to fucking retire. So what happens when you're in a historical society like Covington, and you have to
all they
keep
are. Yeah.
the box gutters?
Yeah.
What happens then? Well, Roofing America will do them for $1,000 a linear foot.
Yeah,
What-
you're
what
going
will
to
happen?
triple your price.
When the
see what I
last
mean?
guy,
Yeah.
when the last guy doesn't exist anymore, that's when they'll lax the laws and they'll take the box cutters down.
I don't think
The
they ever
historical
will.
value of that.
I don't think
if
they
if
ever
they
will.
ever get to that point, right?
I don't think they ever will, man.
If they do, someone will take the time to learn the trade and pick up the
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like certain niches like that, and that's why I transformed my company from a shingler to all high-end product, because it's like I saw the gap, and I saw how difficult it was for other people to grab somebody who can do lead or copper, or I'm like, well, why don't I just fucking learn that, and then I'll be that guy.
Right.
And I feel like that gap is what people should look for to learn things. Like, yeah, learning plumbing and electrical is really cool, but try to find that niche. I mean, even tile installers, man,
That's a big one.
that is a really hard job to make it look good.
Right.
And I've done a lot of tile. I feel like I think that I'm good at it. It's not something I want to do for my whole life.
It's one of the things where you don't want to do, man.
It's
It's
hard.
a certain person that enjoys doing it and is good at
Man,
it.
it's
Yeah.
hard.
That's
Yeah.
going to be there for the long run. They enjoy the art.
The white guy that
crazy.
pops 2 Adderalls and comes in there and fucking
Yeah, he's
knocks
got a
that-
Red Bull and he's there for 12 hours.
Yeah, knocks that
Got
bitch
his
out.
laser out, everything's mint.
Yeah, and you got those mosaic tiles that,
and he's,
that have the
and he's
perfect
covered in
cuts.
mortar, right? He's
Yeah, he
got
don't
his
give a
knee
fuck.
pads on.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. He's
Yeah.
having a good time. You know,
Yeah.
he goes outside, smokes a joint, comes back in.
Right.
You
And-
know, that's the
and
type
you
of
know his
people
work's
that
mint.
do that do that work. You know, and it's dying, and that's not necessarily when people think of trades, that's not one of those things that people think of trades. They think of plumbing, electrical, HVAC. Well, all this shit is trades.
Right. Yeah, it's
You
not
know-
just necessarily the trades that you can get in a union with, right?
Correct. I mean, you got flooring guys, tile guys, cabinetry, trim guys, you know, all this shit.
Yeah.
And even if you just want to start a company to clean new construction homes after it's all said and done, that's a fucking trade in my eyes.
There's literally a niche and everything. Blue.
Yeah.
I saw a guy on TikTok. I forget his name. He's like, he's known for literally silicone and caulk. It's all he does.
Yeah.
You finish a tile bathroom, he comes in
Imagine
and
that.
he is surgical with it, bro. I mean, he is mint.
See?
And who'd have thought that's a career? That all you do? Oh, I just go to jobs and caulk. That's all I do.
It's really
Because
funny
he's
that
that
you
damn
said
good
that.
at it.
Right.
It's really, really funny that you said that. I just met a guy probably a month ago. That's all he does. But it's not with bathrooms. It's with commercial concrete floors. He'll come in
Yeah.
and he'll seal the
Over them
fucking-
expansion joints and stuff.
seal
Yeah.
the cracks. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Comes in with a machine, with
And
a
it's
roller.
mint too, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
There's a niche,
few,
right?
few $1 million revenue business a year, and he's by himself
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
because no one does that.
Right.
So it's like, man, there's stuff out there that people can do, but I just feel like it's a problem now. People don't want to work. They want to sit back and play video games, which I'm a gamer. I don't have nothing wrong with that. But you're not. It's like making it to the NBA, man.
Yeah.
You got to be fucking really good and likable to make money to support yourself on that.
Well,
You know, and it's hard. There's too many people doing it.
there is. I heard a saying is like they say mediocrity is a disease, right? They're saying everybody's they're happy, they're complacent where they're at, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. But don't complain when you're not making a bunch of money, or you're not self-employed, or you don't get to go take 5 vacations a year, right?
Right.
There's a certain person it takes to do that wants to strive for more than mediocre.
So what's your, I know it's a funny question, but what's your long-term goal in your company? You got kids? You got,
So I just got married in October.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You did
Yeah,
the right thing.
What'd you say?
You did the right thing.
Yeah, man. It was a long time coming. We got to have our dream wedding in Florida, so it was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And she's a small business owner too. We just opened a hair
yeah.
salon in Florence. So like we
Really?
got a lot in common, man.
Nice.
That's a trade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And,
That's awesome.
In art?
We want kids. We just started, so yes, I want kids. I think long-term goals of my company will be just grow. And I don't know. People ask me that. Like at the end, like you're saying, do you build them to sell?
What age do you want to retire at?
I think right now
What's your
I'd
goal?
like to be like low 50s.
You want to last that long?
Yeah, I enjoy. Well, I don't know if lasting's the right word. I
wanna
enjoy
say 40.
working. I
That's
think
my goal.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, in the ideal world, right? And I want to retire on a lake house, man. I want my properties paid for. I don't want to owe any on trucks or boats or bikes. I want to have money for my kids to travel, go to school, all that good stuff. But it's hard to get there by 40.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
you gotta
Even by
think,
50.
You got to think though, like with your back end plan of real estate, you can do that.
That's
When
kind
you-
of
when
that
you're
was
doing-
kind of one of my goals this
Yeah.
year. Is like, man, I want to push to get a few more investments working for me, and I can leverage it for future needs.
25 houses, you can bring in $5,000 a month. Usually, that's about average now. And $5,000 a month, you can't live on really nowadays. But 50 houses at $10,000 a month, bringing it in, that's decent to retire on because you get that forced appreciation.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, when you're ready to retire, it's $5-6 million in property that
and
that
that's-
you could sell and invest and live off the interest, and you could live on a lake house.
Yeah,
Paid
you can go move to Florida. You can go chase what you want, right?
So I feel like, man, it all circles back to fucking real estate.
It's a big chaser today. I feel like
It's the fastest way to gain liquid and fastest way to gain assets. Can you do it in building custom homes? Well, yeah, you might need 30 guys out there hustling to make a passive income like that.
right.
But is that what you want, you know?
Right.
That's how I always think about it. I love roofing.
Right.
I'm really interested in it. I love it. But do I want to retire off that? How much work is it going to take me to build to retire off of my business? I just don't see it. I don't see it feasible. I don't know if I can do it.
I agree. I saw a thing on Facebook the other day, and they were talking about kind of back to like car payments and keeping up with the Joneses, but they were talking about retirement. They're like, man, would you rather drive a new truck financed or drive a 10-year-old paid off truck, but you can retire 5 years earlier? Like, that's it right there. That's another way to get to your retirement. Don't buy stupid shit. Quit financing shit you don't need. The
Right.
money, the $800 a month you're putting towards your truck, put in your 401k, man. When you retire, I mean, what's the difference, right?
I literally just now got there. I was always that frugal guy that always drove 97 F-350s, and I had just bought a new truck last year with a payment on it. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck, I love it, but
It's hard.
Should I
'cause
have done that?
I told my wife that. I'm like, I don't know. I enjoy driving a new truck. Like, I like having new cars, right? And
Yeah.
so, like, the 10 years that I'm driving the new truck, it does make my life enjoyable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. You got to find the sweet spot, right?
it's tough. It
Well,
is
buying a
tough,
truck-
juggling everything.
Buying a new truck, you're not just, that's different than buying a Corvette, right? You're
Right.
buying something that's a tool for your
Right.
business as
It's
well.
write-offable.
It's for your family.
Yeah, you can make money on
Because
it.
if you just wanted it for fun, you'd go get a Ferrari or
Yeah,
Corvette.
go buy a boat, go buy a motorcycle, yeah.
I
Yeah.
made that mistake too.
We're big boaters, man. We love to go to Norris. That's where we're kind of been looking at properties in Norris right now. We're hoping to get a nice investment property down there we can go and boat at.
I tried all last year to get a property on Williamstown Lake because I just love that lake. It's so close. And
Yeah, dude, it's right there.
there's nothing. Nothing.
Oh, these
Under
Ohio
half a
folk are
million.
moving and bought them, man. We built a few houses down there. There ain't much left. It's pretty much all built out now.
Yeah.
No,
And
but-
everything's on a hillside like that.
Yeah. So I was like, I kind of just like pushed that idea off. Maybe Norris is the next.
Norris it's just so, it's big, right? It's almost as big as Cumberland, and there's so many marinas. There's 17 marinas. We were looking at they even got condos and houses down there. We were looking at condos in a gated community. You get access to 2 pools, a golf course. There's a landing strip for helicopters, and then you can drive your golf cart down to your covered boat slip.
Hell
And
yeah.
there's a tiki bar.
I like
it's
all
like,
that.
Man, like that's my end goal, right?
Yeah.
That's where I want to be. I wanna
Well,
be a
yeah,
boat
you
drinking
don't
fair.
want to mow no grass. You
That's-
don't want to clean out your gutter.
That's
I
what
want
I
that
told her.
now.
I kind of like the idea of not necessarily having a house, but a condo, because then you don't have to keep up with anything, man.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
got an HOA there to keep you safe. You're in a gated community. They upkeep everything. I mean, it's
Yeah.
easy. If it's a second or third home, vacation home, it makes more
Especially as a
sense.
business owner, that gets more and more appealing because you just don't have the time. Like
Exactly.
my yard is going to shit because I would love to have enough time to just go out there and cut some flower beds and do all that stuff, but I just don't have the time for it. I've got to that point where I'm thinking like you, like I would like to just be in a real nice big condo and have a pool and not have to skim it and do the water and all that. And
Time is
grass being cut.
for sure. And
Yep.
I love working outside and doing stuff in my yard. The time, you get a time constraint, you know. I started building a pond 2 years ago and still isn't done because I don't want to hire anybody and I want to do it myself.
Well, it's like mowing your grass, right? Like there's 3 levels that you mow your grass, you don't mow your grass, and you mow your grass, right? So you make enough money where you can afford to pay someone to mow your grass because we're going to go work and make that money, right? Then you get to the point where you make so much money and you're retired, you enjoy mowing your grass. You got the time.
Yeah.
So there's 3 levels to it. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
There's also that level where you make your kid do it. You haven't got that one
free
yet.
manual labor.
Yeah.
There you go.
But then you're like, then you're dissatisfied with the
with the
result.
product.
my fucking
So then you hire someone. That's what I did. You know,
That is so
he's out
funny.
there not giving a shit, just pushing it around,
Well,
not even making good
and you
stuff.
can't hold him to it, right? He's doing it for free.
Yeah. Well, in this era, yeah. In this era, it's like, but when we were young,
Oh,
you know,
when we were young, yeah, that was one thing I
Listen,
learned working with my dad, man. He'll hold you to the fire
yeah,
on it. You mess something up.
you're working all the time.
Yeah.
They work the shit out of us.
So how hard is it
Slave
for you
labor.
to keep up with multiple jobs and make sure all the material's there and make sure?
I'm
you ever
like
stressed out about
I'm
it?
so task oriented and everything. Like I said, it's chess, not checkers. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, shit, I need to order this window. But like, for me, it's second nature. I think it's easy. I think I haven't hit that spot where I've had too many jobs that I can keep up with.
So you're keeping it at the level that you can manage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're right there, you're thinking, do I get more guys and get a couple more things going?
Well, it's like when you grow, right? So does your overhead. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
more workman's comp, more insurance. You got to buy more vehicles, more equipment. Your monthly overhead's more. Granted, you're taking more money
Right.
in, but then you get to a point where you can't manage it all, right? And then you got to pay someone to help manage it.
Right.
Yeah, I think that it's hard. That growth, there's a sweet spot in that growth for small business owners, right?
See, I'm at a point in my business where I actually, ever since I started my business, I don't know if I could run multiple jobs at the same time.
Right.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if my brain would allow me to do that.
You feel like you'd be neglecting one over the other?
Kind of. Like I never want to feel overwhelmed or like I'm lacking in quality. So I always feel like I have to do one job at a time, and I've always been like that.
It's
And-
easier, right? Because you
Manage it much better.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing going
Yeah.
going on outside of that job, right?
I do like being at the job 80% of the time too. I like just sitting there watching.
Right.
You know, I like being there.
Yeah.
So it's like if I had 2 or 3 jobs going on, I feel like I'm just not there enough. And I like building relationships with my guys and
Well, yeah, and your customers
laughing
too,
with
right?
them and
You gotta have time to get
and
FaceTime with them.
customers, yeah, it's I don't know, man. That's why I struggle with.
You gotta
am I gonna be
relinquish.
going to be able to retire off my business? I don't know because I'm at a point where I'm as big as I want to get because I feel like if I hire somebody to take my spot or help me, the quality is going to go down, and then there goes my reputation
I
that
agree.
I've
You
built
got to
this baby.
hire someone quality. Your job would turn from being at those jobs every day to communicating with those managers every day to keep them on their.
I know
toes.
how it works. I see how it works.
But
my
people
brain
know
don't
you
let me
and know
do
your
that.
company too, though. That's my selling point. It's like if I sold my company tomorrow, would it be worth anything, right? Because if I'm not there, right? People know Homegrown because of me. They look for me. They want me on their job, right? Just like
Yeah.
selling your
We
roofing,
can go
right?
past that.
I'm sure you can grow into having managers that are known for the company brand, right?
In my business, it's always been that way because I create pieces of art. But even today, there's 3 different jobs going on right now throughout the day, and I'm here doing this. I'm seeing stuff come on that has Rook did it at the end, and I had no idea that we even worked with that person.
You're like, I did
I had
it.
no idea that we had that job at all, but it was taken care of. And was it my quality? Maybe not, but they're building that like Luke and them. He's building relationships with those people, and he's getting better and he's going to meet their thing with our coaching. You know, he's going to meet their quality standards. It's weird. It is a weird thing to watch watch things happen you don't even know about.
Right, like relinquishing some of the authority and power you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing I did was hiring my wife to help on the back end. And
How is that? How's working with your wife as a
we've
business partner?
always kind of worked together. Because her dad owned a security business, he owned a property management business, and he hired both of us before I went and worked that job I was telling you about. So we've worked together a lot and from home a lot. There's obviously arguments, and like yesterday we was yelling at each other. I was yelling. I start yelling just because I get passionate about something. I just start getting
But
loud.
I feel like that can happen with employees too. It doesn't matter if it's your
it
wife or
don't
not.
make a difference if they're blood
Right.
or
Yeah,
not.
so I mean, like you really have to learn when to cut it off, and like that's been our thing is trying to learn when to cut it off. Hey, 5 o'clock.
Right.
I
we're
told her the other
clocking
day.
out.
I told her the other day. I was like, "It's 5 o'clock. You're done working." And she's still trying to schedule people. I'm like, "No, stop. You're done."
That's the
I
hard
was like,
part,
"I'm
dude.
gonna still be editing over here and working, but I don't want you to have to do that. You know, like your stops at 5."
Well, that goes back to having the office, right? Like it's nice when you leave the freaking office
Yeah.
and then you can mentally and physically
Yeah.
clock out.
Absence makes the heart
At
grow
home
fonder,
office
too.
guys, man, I'll spend a Saturday night writing bids if I don't have anything going on. I mean,
Right.
and it's like, man, this isn't really
That's why I was
doesn't
talking
make
about.
me enjoy being home.
That's why I was talking about
I've
coming
sent
in here
bids at
more.
11 o'clock at night,
Right.
to people, and it's like you never stop.
Yeah.
You never stop when you have a baby to take care of. You don't stop feeding it.
Same thing. We take vacations, we travel, we boat and stuff. It's kind of shitty of me, but I'm on my phone a lot. I probably field 20 calls a weekend when we're on the lake.
You gotta be.
Right. But my wife and everyone on the boat knows we wouldn't be there if it wasn't for me taking those calls.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's the understanding.
you don't
gotta
really
have.
clock out.
Yeah.
It sucks though. And
Oh, it
and
does.
your
When you
mental
just want to
state.
play music and enjoy your weekend and
I can't do that. I honestly, if I was telling him earlier, and you know, like we're getting to the point where we have people out doing jobs, and I'm at home and I've caught up with a lot of my work, and I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't literally
Right, you
know.
don't like
I don't
it.
know how to enjoy just sitting around.
I swear.
I can't do it. Like if I'm even watching TV, I need to pull my laptop out and just kind of go up and down and like.
Well, it's just wired in your brain, right? When you
Yeah,
go on
I think I'm
vacation, you leave your
wired that
boys
way
at
now.
work, you're leaving your members at work. You're still
feel
in the back of
guilt.
your mind losing sleep. You're
yeah,
checking in.
I feel major guilt if I'm not working.
Right.
I have a lot of like I feel like guilty, like I should be working. I'll get sick. I'll take the day off. I'll feel so guilty about taking the day off because I'm
I
sick.
am right there with you. I feel like in my day, and I'm always reflecting. I'm like, man, am I happy with what I accomplished today? It's like when you take days off, I'm not happy. I don't like the man I see in the mirror, right?
Right.
It's the same thing, yeah, with going to the gym and shit that I get. You know, if I skip a gym day or something
Dude,
like that,
that's
I'm like,
it, man. You feel like you just gained 20 pounds and you're useless.
literally,
Yeah.
literally, you feel like you packed all that weight back on. You're just like, fuck, dude, what a piece of shit I am.
Dude, that's those routines, man.
Lazy
That's
piece
what
of
keeps
shit.
you whole, though. Like for me, I work out every day too, and like it's just as much mental as it is physical, right? We're talking about how we got all this shit going on in our head every day, remembering stuff,
Yeah.
people calling. Man, you gotta find something that you can get your release out of. You can relax mentally on.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
That's pretty much me and him started lifting because of that. We saw the mental benefits of it.
I mean, and
Going to the
obviously
gym.
physical, right? You
Yeah.
like seeing the results too.
You
Going
want
to
to
the
stress
gym
out.
in this podcast is some of the best mental release.
Yeah.
You know, because just sitting here talking for an hour and a half to people.
Oh, dude, just letting it out, right?
Well, you
Being
were, yeah,
around
you were,
like-minded
you were
guys.
talking about like we created, like why we created this podcast. You know, we did it, obviously it's great for business, it's great for networking and all that. But it originally started because we're just 3 business owners and we realized that we weren't really hanging out with our old friends anymore because we don't want to talk about what they talk about anymore.
Right,
we
you
want to
outgrew
talk, we want to do this, we want
Yeah.
to talk about business. And like we would find ways to get together to do that and we would enjoy that time together. And then of course, just because we're business guys, like how can we turn this into a business?
Right, how can we make money on it?
How can we monetize these
promote it?
talks?
Yeah.
You know, like because like and the whole iron sharpens iron part of it is the reason we do it. And like you said, like we get to come in here every 2 weeks, we get a break from our job and all that, and we're still doing stuff to push the needle for our business.
I
And-
feel like, especially being a small business owner and entrepreneur, like my big thing, I call them round table meetings. So my trim carpenter is in his 50s. his wife's got cancer, my sister's got cancer, so we've been talking a lot, we're close. But he's like, man, do you have a round table meeting? I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, man, me and my 2 best friends from high school, whenever we got shit going on, we call a round table meeting. He's like, we'll go to Buffalo Bob's, we'll get a beer.
Yeah.
He's like, and it doesn't even have to be bad. He's like, we could just be going to celebrate a job I sold. We could be going because they want to pick my brain on an investment opportunity.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you got to have a support group. You got to have a round table meeting, right?
Yeah.
That's essentially what you guys are doing here.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
having a round table
yeah.
every week with guys that are like-minded and want the same thing.
Right. That's exactly why we did it. Well, man, I want to thank you for coming on. I love your ambition and stuff. You're a younger guy too, and you're going at it. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. You're
Yeah.
exactly who we want to come on these podcasts and kind of motivate people who are out there like wanting to make that jump.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
it's like I've seen some of the people you hit on here. I know I'm not quite to their level, but I think it's hard. Everybody
want
thinks
all levels.
we got it all figured out,
No,
right?
we
So,
want
like,
all levels. We want the
yeah.
person. We want the person. I even want somebody to come on who has a dream and don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
And I like
hasn't
to
got
spend
into
the
it.
whole podcast teaching them what to do.
Yeah, because none
Yeah,
of us
so-
got it figured out. There's
Yeah.
no magic answer to it. Just the way I do things and you do things and you do things, they can be the same or different. And there's still a way to be successful.
The commonality, as usual, is not giving up and enjoying the chaos, knowing that
Yep,
hey,
being good at what you do.
we're blessed to be taking phone calls while we're on a boat.
Yep, it
You
is,
know,
man.
like,
You gotta
you're blessed
take
for
the
it.
small wins.
Tell before we go, tell the audience how to get a hold of you guys if they're interested and where they find some pictures of the houses you do and all that good stuff.
So I got my website's in the works actually, but I've got a Facebook. It's Homegrown Customs LLC. I post my work there weekly, and then my phone number is 859-835-0652. I do free estimates. I'm happy to give opinions. People call me, just want to know if it's a load bearing wall or if I can ballpark something off the hip. I've done so many jobs and bid so many jobs. You can even send me pictures and I can give you a rough estimate on stuff. Just because people like to plan down the road for stuff too. So
Right.
Facebook and my cell phone. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me and Homegrown Customs.
Is it that time?
I believe it's that time.
Did you put it on the button yet?
It's not on the button.
Shit.
Spirit Animals.
Spirit
We'll
animals.
sub in Josh for that.
Did you watch enough to figure out what spirit animals are? All right. At the end of every episode, I love this because nobody ever sees it coming and they're shocked.
Yeah.
But just for fun, after we talk to our guest, we're trying to gather what you came from. Are you a lion? Are you a bear? What's your spirit animal?
What are you?
So they're growing consistently harder. So we found out a lot of animals kind of coincide with entrepreneurs and stuff, and they kind of
Yeah,
collide.
that
So,
you find a
so
recurring
we're
theme.
really like pushing here to try to get creative. You got one? Plus, we don't know you too, so this is our first time knowing.
Yeah, you got. I
getting to
mean,
know
yeah,
you.
you guys are going in blind.
This one's gonna be a tough one. What you got?
I don't got.
I think I'm on the right track.
Let's say
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Armadillo.
I'm gonna say crow
A crow.
or raven, which is very similar, right?
They're the same thing. Yeah. There's just different types of crows.
I'm gonna say this because, like you mentioned multiple times, playing chess, not checkers, and that's basically what crows and ravens do, is they plan long into the future. They're able to solve tons of puzzles. They're one of the smartest birds on the planet and can learn from humans quite a bit. And I feel like they play chess, not checkers, because they plan for the future and are able to solve puzzles. And I feel like that's what you're doing with multiple jobs. You're just solving a bunch of puzzles.
Got to think outside the box, man.
And I feel like you're a pretty smart guy to be able to do that because it's something I can't do. So that's what I have
appreciate
on that
it.
one.
I said armadillo because I panicked and just said it, but now that I've had a few seconds to think, I like how you seem very calm. So the armadillo, like he is not scared of predators. He just goes around doing what he's got to do. When the predator comes, he just gets down in
He's just cool and collected, ain't he?
Yeah, he's already got a plan.
Yeah.
And I heard that a
Chestnut
couple like
checkers.
thinking ahead, So like I feel like that plan that you got, that security allows you to kind of like freely not be scared and do what you're doing. taking a leap and then like buying up properties and stuff like that. and
There's
getting
a
into
certain
that.
level of confidence, right? I
Yeah.
mean, there's a difference between cocky and confident, right?
Right.
Confident, you can still stay humble with it, and
Right.
you're proud of what you do.
Right. You don't seem too worried about competition, just doing your own thing and doing it great.
Anymore, man. Everybody's got competition.
Yeah.
What's it matter? It's what drives America. This is free market enterprise,
I
man.
love
Everybody's got
competition.
the same 24 hours in their day. Bring it on.
I love it. I love it when I see a new videographer pop up. Let me kick your
Yeah,
ass.
you're like, I can beat that.
You know, if they beat me, I'm like, hell yeah.
You're like, all right, I'll
Got
learn
some
from it.
competition here.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it pushes everybody to be better.
It's
You
what
gotta have
drives
it.
success.
Any closing thoughts, Richard?
No, I think this is a really good podcast.
Yeah,
Really good
really
meeting
was.
you. Thanks for coming out.
Fellas, appreciate you
I
having
think
me.
it's pretty awesome.
Yep.
So guys,
You thought talking for an hour was a lot. Did it feel like a lot?
Man, it's easy with you guys. I like to talk, but
We're at an hour and 30.
like you said, once you get in the room with entrepreneurs like
God,
this,
yeah,
you
and I
just
feel
start
like
yapping.
I'm not even drained, man. I could go another hour and a half.
Right. So yeah, sometimes we go hit lunch and it keeps going.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. If you're looking for a custom home, here's your guy right here. Look him up. Check out what they have to offer. I think that also in the side of renovating homes, he's going to be very honest with you if you should do it or not. I heard that. I love honesty, and I think that building integrity in your business, that's huge. Not just trying to force somebody into something. Well, yeah, that's what we do here. We bring on people who are making their move. Mr. Williams here has been making his move since 2019 and before.
Yes, sir.
So it's just showing success that you can do it. So if you're out there thinking about starting your own custom build business or renovation business, the proof's in the pudding right here. It can be done.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.
Congratulations.